Greetings everyone, welcome to the channel. In this Diablo 3 Season 27 build guide video, we're going to be taking a look at the Immortal Kings set, the Hammer of the Ancients variants. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into this build guide. So, I'm going to be changing the way we make these build guide videos. We're just going to do a quick run through of the gear, quick run through of the skills, touch on Paragon, touch on Follower, do a very quick rundown of the detailed stats, and then we're going to wrap the video up with some gameplay. Hopefully this shortens the videos a lot for you guys so you don't have to sit there and listen to me talk about the gear for like 30 minutes. So for our main weapon right here, we are picking up the Remorseless. This is infused with 2 soul shards and the Gem of Ease, so you're going to get 8,000 experience per kill. It's dealing 8,656,830 damage per second. Not too bad. Moving on into the first piece of the Immortal King set, codenamed Dauntless. This is pretty standard. It has 2,277 armor. It's got pretty much all of the affixes that you guys know and love from all the other builds that we have. Season 25 Soul Shard, killing an elite enemy reduces all your active cooldowns by 5 seconds. Not too bad. We do have the full set, no Ring of Royal Grandeur needed, so you can feel free to cube whatever you want in that jewelry slot. And you can feel free to take a look at the 2-piece, 4-piece, and 6-piece set bonus. By all means, everything except for level 1 Primal Ancient. Moving on into the shoulders. These are the Fury of the Ancients, codenamed Dauntless. Pretty much identical to the gloves, and the legendary bonus is called the Ancients gains the effect of the Ancients Fury rune, and your Ancients attack 100% faster. Very nice. Chest piece is the second piece of that Immortal Kings set, codenamed Dauntless. Pretty much identical to the shoulders and gloves, so let's move right on into the helm. This is where things start to switch up a little bit. We socketed 3 soul shards into the helm, netting us about 21, god dang, man, 18 additional affixes, man. I'm losing my mind. I've been losing my mind lately. I don't know what's going on. We did tack on a bunch of Season 25 Soul Shard affixes onto this piece of gear. So yeah, you got a lot to look over here. If you do want to try this set out for yourself, then go ahead and look through because there is a lot of good stuff there. Moving on into the amulet, this is a rare level 1 amulet, PvP amulet to be exact, buffing all main stats to get 5,000 to Vitality, 200% damage to all Barbarian skills, it ignores durability loss, a lot more of those Season 25 Soul Shard affixes and the legendary bonuses. Some good ones that I do want to note are the Warcry and Threatening Shout cause an avalanche, that's pretty cool. And then other than that though, the legendary bonus down here at the bottom, the damage of Hammer of the Ancients is increased by 800%, and it returns 25 Fury if it hits 3 or fewer enemies, which is pretty nice. For the offhand right here, I can't remember the name of these, but I can't remember the name of this one, but Wrath of the Berserker gains the effect of every rune, which is pretty nice. For the offhand, we're picking up Echoing Fury. This is dealing 198,685 damage per second. Pretty good. It is also sanctified, so the main weapon I forgot to mention, this is sanctified for the Hammer of the Ancients sanctified affix, and this one is sanctified for the Tempest Rhythm sanctified affix, which is pretty cool. For the first ring, this is the test ring 516 for immortality, so you're never ever going to die while wearing this ring. 200% damage to all barb skills is pretty much the notable affix on this entire ring, so moving on into the second ring. This is the 1 billion physical skill damage ring. 200% damage to all barb skills is probably the most notable affix on this entire ring. Other than that though, I mean, you get the 144% arrow damage on hit, and you get that 35% chance to inflict bleed for 400% weapon damage and 27,000 regular damage, both over 5 seconds. For the boots, this is the second piece of gear that features a 75% magic item find, bringing the grand total to 150%. For the pants, pretty much identical to all the other gear, stacking a bunch of strength, life per hit, and gold for monsters. For the belt, you get 3 passives on this piece of gear. You get the Unforgiving, Animosity, and the Weapons Master passive. Other than that though, pretty much standard. It's, what you guys see all the time. For the skill setup, for the defensive skill, for our X ability in the defensive skill tree, we're picking up Sprint with the rune Marathon. R2 main damage dealing attack. In the secondary skill tree, we're picking up Hammer of the Ancients with the rune Thunder Strike. Square ability in the tactics skill tree, we're picking up Warcry with the rune Invigorate. Triangle ability in the rage skill tree, we're picking up Wrath of the Berserker with the rune Insanity. Circle ability again in that rage skill tree, we're picking up Call of the Ancients with the rune The Council Rises. And R1 for that mobility skill in the might skill tree, we're picking up Furious Charge with the rune Dreadnought. Passives are as follows: Pound of Flesh, Earthen Might, Rampage, and Brawler. Cube powers being Standoff, Chiliax Chain, and the Stone and Jordan Ring. Quickly touching on Paragon, everything into Vitality, everything into attack speed on the offensive skill tree, everything into life for the defensive first, and then you focus on the rest. And for the utility skill tree, area damage, and then the rest can be filled in if you have the Paragon points for it. For the follower for this set, we recommend rocking the Enchantress using the Cosmic set. The skills we have for the Enchantress are Temporal Pulse, Prophetic Harmony, Powered Shield, and Focus Mind. We also do recommend using the token where your follower cannot die. That's very, very crucial when pushing GR150s. Other than that though, let's take a look at these detailed stats and we'll wrap this video up with some gameplay. The main stats I'm going to read off here are strength at 109,000, not too bad. Damage is at 352 billion, right in that sweet spot. Moving on down into the cooldown reduction is at 99.80%. Physical, fire, lightning, and cold are all at 1 billion thanks to using the Stone and Jordan Ring with the 1 billion physical skill damage ring. Damage reduction is at 97%. Resistances are pretty low, but that's not going to matter because you're not going to take any damage. Total life bonus at 505%. Bonus to gold/globe radius up for 100 yards. Fury cost reduction is at 99.59%. Gold find is at 525%. Magic item find 150%. And finally, bonus experience per kill set for 8,000. So with all of that gone over, let's go ahead and wrap this video up with some GR150s to kind of show this build in action. So this build is a lot of fun. It's pretty mobile, surprisingly, for the Barbarian. Now, usually when I play the Barbarian, I like to stick to the Wrath of the Waste Whirlwind Barb build because I just find like that one's like the most fun. But I've been having a blast using the Hammer of the Ancients skill. I've never really used this. I used a little bit in Diablo Immortal on my Barbarian on that game. But I mean, like, I've never really thought of it as like a very, it was like kind of like a niche skill in my opinion for the Barb. But having the Sanctified Affix where it hits in all directions around the Barbarian just leads to some freaking awesome, awesomeness, man. You can take out big groups of enemies with ease. And I think the Immortal King's Hammer of the Ancients variant right here, the one we're rocking right now, is probably the best Hammer of the Ancients, right up there with that the Legacy of Dreams Hammer of the Ancients build. I think this one differs a little bit from the Legacy of Dreams, just because it allows us to get more bonuses for using Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients, and it also allows for us to, get just a little bit more bonus to our skills and stuff like that. I love Legacy of Dreams builds, don't get me wrong, but I feel like just using the legendary items with no bonuses from the actual set itself can, it can make it a little bit harder to kind of figure out what skills to use and stuff like that, because you're not really getting, I mean, besides like the legendary items themselves, but you all know what I mean though. So that first rift, it was kind of slow. I'm not gonna be able to talk to her. Am I not gonna be able to talk to her? I hate when this happens, guys. This literally grinds my gears so much, man. Like if there was only a way. Okay, we got it, guys. All right, so we're gonna do 2 more runs. I want to try to shorten these videos up by like 5 to 10 minutes because they've been around like 20 minutes, and I realize that's a super long time for y'all to watch and to like listen to me talk. I know I'm not that interesting, so I feel like by cutting these videos down a little bit, it'll make it a lot easier on you guys and kind of just get right to the fun, the juicy stuff. So that was 1:20 right there on that first run. Let's go ahead and get into the second one. I like doing 3 runs in these build guide videos because it gives you guys more of a general idea. Just doing 1 run, I could get super lucky and hit like a sub-minute rift, and then it's gonna give you guys the impression that you're gonna hit sub-minute rifts every single time, and I don't want that to be the case. You know what I mean? Like, not saying it's impossible to hit sub-minute rifts with this build, but like, you know what I mean? Just having 3 runs gives you a little bit more of a better idea. So yeah, how you want to rock this build though is super easy. You literally want to use get around the map by either using your sprint ability or your Furious Charge. Furious Charge with standoff in the cube actually does good damage. Like you can literally Furious Charge right into enemies and it'll insta-kill them, which is pretty awesome. I don't really use Furious Charge as a damage dealing attack all that much. I just use it to kind of position myself and maneuver around the map pretty quickly. It is kind of fun though, like Furious Charging into like a big group of enemies and just watching them just get annihilated. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty awesome. But yeah, highly mobile, using Sprint and Furious Charge in tandem with each other, making this pretty mobile for a Barb build, and having the Soul Shards, which increase our movement speed, as long as there isn't any enemies within, I think, 15 yards of us. Which is kind of wonky, I know, because like as a Barb, you're expected to like be up in the fray in the middle of the fight, you know. But you can take out enemies pretty easily, and you're not gonna like have any really negative effects from that bonus all that often, because you're really annihilating everything that's super close to you anyways. So you got another one right there, around 1.5 minutes on that second run. Times for this build all have been pretty close. We're not even gonna try to talk to Ursha that time. I mean, she's right in the middle of all that stuff. We're never gonna be able to talk to her. So yeah, the longest I've had with this build so far has been right around 2 minutes. Other than that though, I mean, they've all been right around 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. I don't know. Can we not close the rift because we didn't get to talk to Urshi? Is that what happened there? I don't know, but final run though, I'll talk a little bit more about how to rock this build, how to kind of get the most out of this build. I think you definitely want to rock it with the with any follower. It doesn't have to be the Enchantress, that's just the one we recommend. And I recommend that because then you have access to the Nemesis Bracers, meaning you're going to get faster clear speeds, because every time you hit a Shrine and Pylon, you will spawn an enemy champion, which is great because you have movement speed bonuses after killing the elite pack. So not only do you get the extra Rift Progress Orbs from killing that elite pack, but you get increased movement speed for about 10 seconds, I believe, after killing the elite pack. I think it's 40% for 10 seconds, which is not too bad, because if you count the Chiliax Chain in the cube giving you another additional 40% movement speed bonus, and then the sprint ability gives you about, like, I would say like a 15% movement speed increase. So yeah, you can get moving pretty quickly, and that just allows you to get around the map a lot faster and deal more damage, because when you're moving quickly, you're getting into the fight quicker, and then you're clearing rifts quicker, which is pretty much ideal here. This is a pretty good build for playing with party members too, because of if you cube the Chiliax Chain and you're playing with like a 4-man party, you want to activate that Chiliax Chain ability right at the beginning of a rift, so everyone can have access to that movement speed bonus, because that does affect all party members, which is great. And that's pretty good if you want to be like a support barb. You can rock, you know, a bunch more of your war cries on there to kind of just sit back and buff the rest of your team, which is pretty cool. But not saying you have to play like that, it's just another way to play. But this build does definitely excel as being at the front of the fight and just taking on enemies head on. It does massive area of effect damage thanks to the Hammer of the Ancients, and also thanks to that Sanctified Affix, making our Hammer of the Ancients just hit in every single direction, just dealing to some crazy AoE damage, and adding that 144% area damage off of the ring. You're just making sure that every enemy within 10 yards is taking all of that damage from that blow that you're bringing to the enemies. Not only that, there is the Season 25 Soul Shard FX for the death blow, so every enemy within 25 yards is going to get that damage done by the death blow, which is pretty cool. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, man. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts or feedback down in the comment section down below. If you're looking for any of the gear shown in this video, it is being given away for absolutely free. I do want to note though, you are going to need a jailbroken PS4 or a save wizard to re-sign this save to your account. But if you're looking for the save, it is in the link in the description. Sign up for Discord if you're not already a member. And then once you land in Discord, you are going to need to assign yourself some roles. After that, you'll have access to all of our channels. Feel free to navigate to the file downloads channel and either select the 20k Paragon variant or the no Paragon variant. They're exactly identical. The only thing that changes is the EXP and the Paragon values. So with that, man, thank you all for watching. If you made it all the way till the end, you're an absolute legend, and I appreciate your support. And I hope to catch you all in a future video coming out soon. Stay safe, stay happy, and last but not least, stay gaming, my friends. Lion Gaming Crew, signing out.